Welcome. It's nice to talk to you. My name is Matt Andrews. I'm a senior lecturer here at the Harvard Kennedy School. We are promoting this course on PDIA and climate change. Now, I'll get into what PDIA is in a second. But you say the first thing about the course is it's a course about solving complex problems. What are complex problems? Well, they are firstly problems, things that are going wrong, and they're complex. They involve a lot of dimensions, a lot of different people. Those dimensions and those people are interacting in unpredictable ways, and they're ways that you can't really control, which means that you don't have simple solutions, which means that you can't take a solution off the shelf, which means that you have to find your solution. Now, we think that climate change is one of those complex problems. It's a problem that is usually very local. It's very specific to where you are. It's very specific to your geography. It's very specific to your way of life. It's very specific to your social structures, your political structures. And you cannot find a solution to it by trying to draw directly from where other people have been and what other people have done. So this complex problem is something that we find is present in many places. And you might have this. You might be finding that droughts are longer than they've ever been before, or that floods are more intense than they've been before. You might find that in your agricultural sector in your town, that farmers are finding that their traditional ways of farming are not working for them anymore because the climate is changing. And these things are things you need to deal with. And they're things that are becoming more urgent. We find that this problem is becoming greater for many places because the scale and the scope and the pace of climate change seems to be growing all the time. And the communities are really struggling to be resilient. So we say, well, how do you become resilient? You don't become resilient by reaching out to experts and having them tell you how other places become resilient. You become resilient by working in your own context to solve your problems in ways that ensure that you build the capability to solve them again and again and again, because that's what climate change is going to require. So the course that we have is based on an approach to solving problems which we call PDIA, problem-driven iterative adaptation. It's an extremely practical approach where we help you identify a problem, break the problem down, build people and communities around the problem, establish teams to address the problem, find solutions that you can try them, learn, adapt, and ultimately solve the problem again and again. Now, this is a very applied approach. We're going to teach you some theory in the course about how we came about this. We're going to teach you some theory about climate change itself. And then we're going to have you in teams apply the theory and the thinking to your own situation so that you can be on the route to solving your problems. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Carolina Zambrano, and I come from Quito, Ecuador. I'm right now giving myself 1 year to be here at Harvard University and reflect about my own experience in public administration and in work with climate change specifically in the city of Quito and all over Latin America. I only heard about PDIA today, but as far as I know, it's what I have been doing for the past 10 years. First as a National Undersecretary of Climate Change in Ecuador, then working in the municipality of Quito and getting things going for climate adaptation and climate action at the local level. And then I got to work on that also from the civil society through a foundation called Avina. So during this course, I will be here learning with you all and also sharing my stories and my perceptions of what I had to do, which is learning by doing, because I think that's what we do also in relation to climate change. And it's all related to identifying the problem, working with different people like youth, like the private sector, or like vulnerable communities, and then looking for solutions together. I see climate adaptation more as a process and not as a portfolio of solutions. And I think this is a great opportunity to be here with you all and think about this process and also learn myself through reflection and collective action.